YouTubian buddies, welcome to my Pokemon channel, and today I have a marathon for you. A little while back I had an extraordinary run through the Battle Maison in the Super Single Battle Division, and during that one single run, I had 9 incredible battles, and now you're going to see them all. Every last one of them features Porygon 23, which is my Porygon 2, Sauter the Garchomp, and Chompy the Mawile. Let's begin with this battle, which was number 26 in the run. Sierra's first Pokemon was Skarmory. Oh, that's great news. And the boost I got was Special Attack. That was good. The Skarmory begins with Brave Bird. That's great. The only problem is Porygon 23 has Eviolite, so that basically increases its defenses. Almost a double. It's not double. And I get Charge Beam off to try to take out the Skarmory, and it did pretty well. And I got my Special Attack boost. The Skarmory has an attack boost with a Cell Battery. That was bizarre, but alright. So I used Recover, and just in case the Skarmory used a Brave Bird, but it used Roar? Okay. Definitely not what I thought I was going to use, but alright. So here comes Chompy, who I Mega Evolve. Meanwhile, the Skarmory uses Steel Wing? Okay. Did way more damage than I thought it would. So I used Power Up Punch to get rid of it, because it didn't have that much power left anyway. And I got a Power Boost for free for Chompy. The next Pokemon I sent in was Electros. Adorable. So I used Iron Head to try and get a flinch in. And I did. So one more, and that's it for the little Electros. So the final Pokemon that Sierra has was a Luxray, which has Quick Claw, and strangely enough, it didn't work, because when the Quick Claw was activated, he used Roar, funny, and that brings in Sauter. So you know what that means. Goodbye! Quick Claw, and he used Roar, which will not help you. So yeah, one of those intriguing battles. Now the next battle that was the very next battle. During a flying type trainer, another roller skater named Manuel. His first Pokemon was on Pheasant. Ugh. So I get another boost, and it was Special Attack for Porygon 23. He used Sky Attack. And actually had the Power Herb. And kablamo! And it was a crit, too! And Porygon 23 too has like a champ, and bang goes the Unpheasant. Well, not quite exactamundo, but I did get the Power Boost. He used Sky Attack again, however, he no longer has the Power Herb, so he's unable to get it. Meanwhile, I used Recover. I'm not sure why I used Recover, but alright. But anyway, he used Sky Attack again, and he shouldn't get another crit. But he did. It still didn't work, and it flinched! Why didn't he use Quick Attack to begin with? Whack. So I bring in Chompy, because Sky Attack will do nothing to it. Mega Evolve again. It's faster, and it had Giga Impact, which will do nothing. It did more than I thought. I think it's because I didn't invest in defense on Chompy. But Rock Slide will take care of it easy. Goodbye. So Hawlucha was the next Pokemon it had. And he has Mold Breaker. Yay. And it used Dig. Okay. So I knew what I was going for, but I wasn't going to have nothing of it, so I brought in Sauter. And Hawlucha promptly gets hurt. Because Sauter has the double whammy combo with physical moves. The Hawlucha, for whatever reason, had leftovers. That's great. And then it used Protect. Yay. Unfortunately for it, I had Sauter use Swords Dance. I actually thought I was going to use Dig again, that's why I did it. So now Sauter uses Dragon Claw. Goodbye! So the last Pokemon he brought out was Noivern. It was faster though, so it used Dragon Claw, but Sauter is pretty good in the defensive division. And now the Noivern got hurt again. Badly. So Sauter uses his own Dragon Claw, and that's more than enough to take out the Noivern. So, woohoo. So that battle was done. Then the next memorable battle, this is where it really starts to get fun, was number 42. Against a psychic person. Magus first brought out Jinx. And Porygon 23 comes out, and it boosts the wrong stat. The Jinx used Fake Out, which, okay. Then the Jinx used Blizzard. Great. I had him go for Tri Attack to try and get something in, and it did way more than I thought. And Blizzard's not missing. What is this madness? But Tri Attack, kaboom, you're out. So next was Borgeist. Great. And yes, Porygon 23 has Eviolite. It's actually faster, I'm not sure how, and it used Seed Bomb and ugh. So much for trying to get Recover off. Great. And it had Life Orb. The Gourgeist has Life Orb. Goodbye. Strangely enough, it did way more than I thought it would. And it trick-or-treated Sauter, which was weird. So I used Iron Head to try and flinch it, and it didn't work. Strangely enough, it used Phantom Force instead of Shadow Seek, so that gives me the opportunity to switch out into Chompy. The Gourgeist used Phantom Force to no avail, because Chompy is still around. It did way more than I thought it would, and I was hopeful that Chompy was at least faster than the Gourgeist, so it wouldn't try anything weird again. It was faster, it used Rock Slide. Great. And it was a crit too, which made me even more angry. So now it's up to Sauter to take out these other Pokemon. I had Sauter instantly use Dragon Claw because that should be more than enough to take out the Gourgeist. And it was. You're not trick-or-treating me anymore. Just for his last Pokemon to be Bronzong. I was hopeful it did not have Levitate, and it did. And that's bad news for me because Sauter is max speed. The Bronzong used Zen Headbutt, which was a crit. Ugh. And I just knew I was going to lose this battle. I just knew it was. And then another Zen Headbutt. Ugh. All I could do is try and chip away and be hopeful something will happen. And then Sauter flinched. Great. And then it used Zen Headbutt one more time, which faints Sauter. But because of Sauter's ability and item, the Bronzong also faints. Now keep in mind, I had that one battle where it gave me the lose after a draw. But this time it gave me the win. I could not believe that. So this battle, it's kind of strange, because if you remember my other battle where I had Serpentine instead of Porygon 23 against that Poliwrath, that battle, it was a draw, but it gave me the loss. And then this battle, it was a draw, but it gave me the win. What logic was that? And then, oh hell, here we go. Legendary much. When you see these veteran trainers, you know you are screwed. So let's begin with Regirock. So how is a Porygon 2 going to beat a Regirock? Well, let's find out. It got the boost it needed, because obviously its defenses are impeccable. So I was actually faster start with Tri-Attack, and a crit, and then it used Drain Punch. Oh, great. It didn't do as much as I thought it would. Now, whether it's because of Eviolite, because Regirock has a high attack stat. Not high as its defenses, but still high. So I had to go for Tri-Attack again to try and get any status on it, and it didn't. And then it used Sandstorm? Which unfortunately for Beepus is a special defense, so that was not a good thing. And Porygon 23 got hit. So I tried Psychic to weaken it a bit. And then it starts using Curse, which realistically doesn't help him. And the reason it doesn't help him is because his special defense is not increased, so I can still get some similar damage done despite what's been going on. So I tried for a special defense drop with Psychic. I didn't get it. And then it Drain Punches again. And we are getting nowhere. Between that and the leftovers and Porygon 23 having to recover, it was one of those ultra stall outs. And yes, he used Drain Punch again to try and finish me, but I used Recover first, so yeah. And between the Sandstorm, I had to preserve Porygon 23 as much as I could, because even though Sauter and Chompy would work well with the Sandstorm, I wasn't gonna sacrifice Porygon 23 immediately. Because I knew if I can get that lucky shot, I can get it done. The Sandstorm is gone, that's great news. Except that Regirock is back to full health, nearly. That's not good news. And I wasn't comfy with Porygon 23's level of power at that point. What's wrong with this camera doing that? Alright, then the Regirock uses Curse. Ugh. And I was getting impatient at this point. Now it's back to full power. What do? I have to Tri-Attack him. And still nothing! And the Sandstorm again. And now we're going back to square one. Yeah, it becomes one of those battles. Please, status, anything! Nothing! And then Curse, once again, does this. This takes a while. So I go for a Charge Beam to get something done. An attack boost, maybe? Special attack boost? Yep, I got that, but will that do anything? And Curse is still not helping your story, Regirock, because your defense increases, but not your special defense. I bet you never thought a battle between a Porygon 2 and a Regirock would go this long, did you? But it did. So, Psychic! That's good damage, but not enough. And here's another Drain Punch! And even despite the curse boost to the attack, it still does not take Porygon 23 down. And the Sandstorm didn't help either! Because it still did not faint! I said, screw it, I have to try something else. Get a freaking status, please. Yes, I finally got the freaking freeze! So even though Porygon 23 will go down, this turns to the Sandstorm. And it didn't! I don't know how the Freakazoid lucked out with that with Porygon 23, but it did. But now with him frozen, I can safely recover, and Porygon 23 can continue in the battle. This is one of the most insane things I've ever seen. Meanwhile, Leftovers is still helping the Regirock despite it being frozen. So I use Recover one more time just in case of a Drain Punch. Because I know it's going to unfreeze eventually. It didn't there, that's good. So let's get this done. Here's a Psychic. Bang. And of course it freaking falls out in a freaking Sandstorm. This is taking forever. This entire portion between Porygon 23 and the Regirock took over half the battle. Because it's 25 turns and we're already on turn 17. That's how bad this was. So once again, it used Curse, and there's the Sandstorm. Please take this thing out with a Charge Beam. And another boost, yes! It's finally done! The Regirock is gone down after 18 turns! Oy! And then Regigigas comes out. I'm hopeful Slow Start can get something done for me here, so I use Tri-Attack. Bing, bang, boom. And it nearly one-shots it, and then they use freaking Confusion Ray. Oh. And the Regigigas is suffering because of the Sandstorm. Hey. That Porygon 23 had itself. And of course it has Drain Punch! Oh. That's just crazy! Why are you still confused? Why'd you use yourself again? Why another Drain Punch? It left on one! I could not believe this! And then it used Recover and it stepped out of Confusion! Yes! Oh! And then for whatever reason it used Payback, which won't do anything this turn because it didn't attack it. And then Tri-Attack for the win! Take out the Regigigas! Yes! And I thought, oh god, don't get me something bad like a Registeel. No, it's just a Suicune. Okay. I can take care of that. Except it's faster usage of it, and it missed. Charge Beam, please. Thank you, and good night. It lived! After all those boosts from the Regirock and all that stuff, it lived. I'm not believing this. And then Citrus Berry, you guys are bumping it. And it lived on one again! Oh, God. The most incredible win a Porygon 2 is ever going to have. Believe that. What I should do is put this in a separate video. Porygon 2 sweep. Oh, God. And then it gets better because... that's not the right one. Yeah, here's where it is. The next legendary battle, number 44, Oh, God. I guess another veteran. It begins with Reggie Stale, of course. Oh, God. Anyway, the booster wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I got special attack. That was good. Let's see. Charge Beam. I don't know what it was going to do. And it did not work. So now the Reggie Steel's going to try and flinch it out. I used Tri Attack to get some sort of status on it. It did not happen. I used Iron Head again. Trying for a flinch out. And I see this battle's getting nowhere. So of course I had to recover. Another Iron Head. Another Iron Head. And here's a Charge Beam. Hey, the Reggie Steel's gone. Yay. Oh, great, Cobalion. A very intense Pokemon in all intents and purposes. And it has Focus Blast and it hits! Not even Porygon 23 was going to survive that. Thank you so much for your hard work on that one. Have a nice long rest. Sauter, crush it! Goodbye! It did more than half, but it wasn't enough, and it used Calm Mind? Okay, that does not help your purpose there. Now, granted, a bold max defense Cobalion with Calm Mind would be a very good option, but I don't think it was, because Sauter, yeah. My Sauter's not even max attack because it's jolly. But anyway, that goes down, and here comes Articuno. And now it's time for my Fairy and Ice Destroyer move. Goodbye! Weirdly enough, it didn't do as much as I thought it would. And then Ice Beam. Ah! That's basically an ouchie for Sauter, so he's out. So I had to rely on Chompy, who, luckily for me, is max special defense, because Mega Mawile with special defense is unless you max it out to match its defenses to a certain extent. So I did that in anticipation for and it goes for Mind Reader. And I figured at this point it was probably going to go for, like, Sheer Cold or something, so I had to take it out this turn. And I did. Yay, we saved the day. And that's the end for that one. That's great. So after that, another weird thing started to happen with the very next battle. Can you imagine going against all these trainers with all these legendary Pokemon? And it's in the game. It's not even something that is in a, you know. You had one trainer, yeah. It's kind of funny because my buddy Mirky, she likes the legendary beast, especially Entei. So let's start with Bolt, which is the name of Mirky's Raikou. And Porygon 23, after taking a move, goes move for move, and it freezes the Raikou! Yay! It made me so happy. So I used Psychic to try and get some special defense drops. And the dang Raikou thawed out, and there's a Thunderbolt! So I once again had to Psychic the Raikou and hoped there was something good happening. It fainted with a crit. Yay! So that's one down. And then, of course, it used Entei. Mirky's signature Pokemon, her Entei is named Leffler. If you go back to some of the early videos, you'll know why. And unlike Mirky's Entei, this one has Overheat. And thanks to a crit, it faints Porygon 23. Unfortunately for it, I have the Pokemon that'll do just the job to take it out. Sauter! I just imagine Johnny Sauter and Jason Leffler having a Pokemon battle. That'd be awkward. But anyway, yeah, and who puts Focus attach on an Entei. It does one of the wise things it can do, which is Flame Charge, to try and get its speed higher than Sauter's. Unfortunately for it was rough skinned out of the game, so bye. So the last Pokemon I had was a Thundurus. Great, what do I do with this thing? It used Toxic? Okay. You better get it on Sauter now, because you're not going to get the chance to do it against Chompy. So Iron Head, I figured that could do something. But if it was faster, it was not going to work. So now I had limited time with Sauter, because it doesn't have a healing move to begin with. Of course the dang thing has to attack. So by that point, I had to get something done, and he used Protect again, and I was getting annoyed. Yay, Protect failed! Destroy! The Dragon Claw, it did more than I thought it would at that point, but it didn't do quite enough, so at this point, and with the freaking rest, I knew that this was a game over. Because a lot of times the rest Pokemon, especially Resto Chesto, as they call it, is going to be one of those annoying things. And Sauter's out. So my last hope was Chompy. I was not sure it could get it done, but I did have a move that could work, which I mainly use for fire types, but a flying type in this case would work. Because Chompy was not able to get its move off thanks to a freaking Protect again. Then it tries to overprotect again. Then he used Thunderbolt, but max special defense, that helps a lot. And then Rock Slide, you're out! Yay! And that was it for that one. That was crazy. And then, the next battle did not feature legendaries, but it was just as intense! Uberto? Okay. First we have a Dusknoir. Yay. And I got the wrong boost. That's great. And I misclicked, to be honest, so I thought, oh, great. If I'm misclicking because of the stress from those other battles, what the freak is going to happen here? It used Pain Split, and it did nothing. It did literally nothing. It only did like 4 HP. Good lord. So I figured as long as he's doing that, what I could do, and I see what it was trying to do, but it was going to get nowhere. I was going to go for a special defense drop. I didn't get that, and then it keeps Pain Splitting, which is its only form of recovery besides Drain Punch, I think, but I'm not sure. And then it goes for Destiny Bond? Okay then. No problem. Because surely it wasn't going to faint this turn, right? Yeah, it didn't. One more Psychic, goodbye. So that's the Dusknoir down. And then for some odd reason, Destiny Bond still activates. Now wait a minute. Wasn't Destiny Bond supposed to activate the next turn, not 2 turns later? Hello? And then a Mr. Mime comes out. Ugh. But luckily I got something for that with Chompy. The Mr. Mime used Shadow Ball and apparently it's faster. That's great. It did more than I thought it would. So I had to use Iron Head. And despite Mr. Mime's berry, yeah, the Baburi berry, it did not work for him. Goodbye. And then Medicham, oh no. And I thought it was screwed here. It used text. Great. So I tried to play rough to get rid of it because it was part fighting type. And then it used high jump kick. Great. I hate that move.
We may have something in this. We may have something.
On what?
Oh, sorry. Was I interrupting you?
Oh, no, you're good.
Camera.
Let me get this battle done first, and then we'll get it. It's almost done anyway, because it's down to one Pokemon. Anyway, you saw what happened. Another draw again, and once again I was given the win. Thank you, Sauter. Alright, I'll be right back after this brief message, because there is something going on in the other area. So I'll take a few minutes to get that done, and then we'll get something else done from there, and continue the remaining 2 battles on this montage. So, please stand by. So after dealing with that little thing that was going on between me and my boyfriend, which apparently was interesting NASCAR news, the next thing that we're going to cover is the second to last battle in this montage, and hey, some repeat Pokemon. I don't know why that is. So once again, it's another veteran, and you know when the veterans come in, so do the legendaries. So here's a Regigigas, which apparently everyone thinks is sucky, but come on, it's a legendary. It's gonna still have bulky defenses, so yeah. Did I get the right download? Yes, I did. So here we go. Bing, bang, boom. And it did way more than I thought, and I got a burn. Woohoo! And the stupid thing used Confuse Ring. Right. So we're going to have the same thing that happened with the last time I faced Regigigas. Great. Luckily, it was hurt by the burn, and I was hurt in Confusion. Great. Anyway, they decided to use Double Team? That's great. And the burn's still going to hurt you. Now, unless it has Drain Punch, which I don't think this one did, I think we're in pretty good shape. And the Charge Beam Mass, and it still has Drain Punch. Dang it. It's been a while since I watched some of these videos. You can tell by my reactions in some earlier videos, so... Ugh. And burn, baby, burn. Anyway, the confusion's gone. Charge Beam it. And goodbye. It did not go down! I didn't get a boost, and there's a Drain Punch again. Luckily, I did not recover enough in order to avoid the burn. So, goodbye. The burn is what won that part of the battle. And then Terrakion. Oh, great. Part fighting. It used Sacred Sword, which, yeah, I knew was not going to work with my Porygon 2. So, yeah, there's that. So, Sauter, help me out here. I know it's part rock, so, despite the Sacred Sword, which did way more than I thought, and now the double whammy, even though this is Sauter and not Tamarkin, who is a regular on my main team. Goodbye, Terrakion. I don't know why that Pokemon's so popular. It has so many freaking weaknesses, and it doesn't even have a Mega Evolution yet. Maybe it's something with me. But anyway, Entei! I know what's coming here. Goodbye! Earthquake. And this one also... Who puts... It's the same Entei from the prior battle, and the same thing's gonna happen again! I use Earthquake! Focus Sash! Flame Charge! Double whammy! Goodbye! Why do they keep doing this? What are they doing? Recycling legendaries? Oy! So, yeah! That was, weird. And now we get to the last battle! All 3 Dust's Pokemon. Yeah, I faced, what's her name? Nita. She starts with Landorus. Ugh. So So Porygon 23 is started. It's going to be next to because Charge Beam will do nothing. It used Focus Blast. It missed. Good. So I had to use Tri Attack because that and Recover were the only moves I had that could do anything. It did way more than I thought. I could not believe that. But the Focus Blast, it did less than I thought it would, despite the Eviolite. So, oh, that's good. Yes. 2 more, and I finally get a trophy. You have no idea how difficult this can be. Now the Drainus has Focus Blast, and that's Porygon 23 out of the game. So I had to bring in Chompy at this point. And Mega Evolve it. Hopeful for something. I did have a move that could beat him. It used Double Team. That's weird. There we go. And it worked. Could Chompy take out the last Pokemon, Thundurus? The Thundurus used Wild Charge? Weird. Chompy used Rock Slide. And that is it. I had a harder time facing prior trainers than the girl. I could not believe that. Ay. And that's it. That was my crazy run through that one entire round. All 9 of those battles were so insane, especially that one that took forever between Porygon 23 and Regirock. Which I will have to make a separate video for by itself, because it was that crazy. So, thank you everyone for watching this incredible video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this will be everyone's hope that you can get through this kind of mayhem, like I did. And I thought I'd never be able to do anything like that, but I did. I could not believe it, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll catch you in the next battle.